Want to be a topper in MBA entrance exams? Join BYJU'S Exam Prep, CAT and MBA YouTube channel and watch serial 99 percentilers teaching you the tips and tricks.
Hi guys, a very good afternoon to one and all. Once again, welcome to another session on MAHCET Quant, that is the maths session from BYJU'S Exam Prep. So friends, in the last couple of sessions that I've taken for your MAHCET Exam Prep, we have discussed basic arithmetic questions, we have discussed some logical reasoning questions. In this session, we are going to restrict ourselves to the topic called algebra. Now, if you remember, we have discussed that the most important topic happens to be arithmetic, and then algebra, geometry and all come secondary. So what we have today, so we have done extensively arithmetic over 2 or 3 sessions. I think a few more will be coming over the next couple of months because we have a lot of time for your MAHCET, June, July, exams in August. So in this month, or rather in this session particularly, we will focus on one of the areas called algebra. Now, when you're dealing with algebra, the most important topic that will be coming to you are simple equations. In fact, so we're going to talk about simple or linear equations. Then we're going to talk about quadratic equations. We're going to talk about polynomials. Okay. Then we're going to talk about progressions. And logarithms in today's session we are not covering, but yes, it will be covered in some of the other sessions which will going forward. Progressions we have, then we have some, let's call it as special equations. So these are what I'm going to cover in today's session. Yes, there are others also like a step function, modulus, which are not touched upon today. However, in the subsequent sessions, they will be covered. So if you want to be a part of the sessions, if you want to be aware of the timing for the sessions, if you want to be notified about it, please click on the notification button. Also click on the current sessions like button, as well as become a subscriber to our channel. Right, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Once again, good afternoon, Sri Vishnu, Ram, Vijay Ingole, Prashant Yadav, a very good afternoon, Vijay Arora, Praful Sharma, Namaste. Right, so let's go ahead and start with the questions. Now here, as usual, I'm not going to teach you too much of theory to start with, but yes, whenever a question comes, I will be explaining the concept behind. If it can be done in the shorter way through options, वो भी देखेंगे. अगर वो नहीं है, options is not possible. If you have to solve, yes, I'm going to talk about the theory behind it, and then we're going to solve. Good afternoon, Akash Wankhede. Let's start off with the first question. It's a very, very simple question, my friend. You can take up to 60 seconds to solve this. It's a very simple one. At least 6-7 of you should get the answer. Good afternoon, Lakshman. Suryavanshi. Nice name. Right, so please start off. 1 minute, your time starts now. Good afternoon, Bhushan. All right, so that finishes the 60 seconds. Well, Ram, Ketaki, Rishabh and Prashant. Very good, my friends. These, your answer is correct. The correct answer is option A, Vijay Arora. Very good. So let's see what is happening here. Kiran sells mangoes every Sunday, but we don't know how many mangoes. Due to the bad packing, some mangoes were rotten and he sold the remaining 420 mangoes. So let us say the total mangoes are X. In this, the rotten, because of the bad packing, the ones that got spoiled, rotten, जो खराब हो गए हैं, वो हो गए आपके x by 3. Which means the remaining, the good ones are 2x by 3. Because 1/3 are spoiled, so 2/3 are remaining. And this value is given to you as 420. 20. Therefore, your x should be 210 into 3. So this is 630. So this is the total number of mangoes. Oh, sorry, my bad. This is not correct. This is not correct. Okay, let me erase this. ढंग से question नहीं पढ़ा मैंने. Okay, so this is he sold the remaining 420 mangoes. Find the number of mangoes he bought if the number of mangoes rotten is equal to 3/5 of the total number of mangoes. So the number of mangoes rotten, some mangoes were rotten. Okay, one third nahi hai. So total is x. Let's say if y of them are rotten, then remaining, so x minus y are good. This x minus y is 420. I don't know, somewhere kahin se to bhi mera 1/3 aa gaya. 1/3 is not even there in this. My bad. So there are y number of rotten mangoes and the remaining are x minus y, which are good, and that is 420. Find the number of mangoes if he bought, that is the total value x, if the number of mangoes rotten, that is y, is equal to 3/5, so 3 by 5 of the total mangoes. So y is equal to 3x by 5, that's it. So use this, x minus 3x by 5 should be equal to 420, or 2x by 5 should be equal to 420. So 2 goes 210, so x becomes 1050. That is your answer, option A. Right, so this should not take you more than 30-35 seconds unless you make an error like me. Let's go ahead. Vineet is asking me a question. Good morning, sir. Morning to chala gaya. Vineet, it's afternoon, but that's okay. How is Zyme Chennai for PGDM course? So Vineet, always when you're giving me how is the college, please tell me what are your options. It's like saying, it's like asking how is, let's say, some particular fruit. Now, you might like it, you might not like it. Compared to what? You should always give me comparison. Otherwise, I'll say every college is good, depending upon the level that you are. किसी को अगर MBA करने की उम्मीद ही नहीं थी या कहीं सीट मिलने की उम्मीद ही नहीं थी, for him any college is good, right? So I cannot say something is good or bad. Navi Mumbai versus Zyme Chennai. I believe now IMT. You're talking about IMT or ITM? ITM. Bhushan Katal, can you suggest any books for quant section? Bhushan, my sincere suggestion would be take the last 5 years of MAHCET papers. 250 question milenge aapke paas. That is more than enough. Don't spend your money on buying books right now. Okay. Navi Mumbai should be better off, I believe, Vineet, but I'll check and confirm once again in the next session. Okay, font size बहुत छोटा है. Let me see what can I do about it. Can I adjust the font size? Yeah. I think the team over here, my team will help. Just put it. Just hold on for a minute. Ajay, don't worry. There are a lot of quadratic equation questions coming up. I have, in fact, 6 or 7 questions on quadratic equations. So काफी ज़्यादा QE करेंगे. Don't worry. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. All right, so try this out. 60 seconds once again. Okay, I hope this is slightly better, the font size. I can't do anything better than this. Anyway, so almost all of you have given the correct answer. The correct answer happens to be option C. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Why is it the correct answer? Sum of two positive numbers. So let's say the positive numbers are A and B. So they are saying A plus B is 8. And AB is 12. Find the sum of their cubes. So you want A cube plus B cube. So there are two ways of doing it. One way is you can try to find out what is A and B, and then find out the cube of A, find out the cube of B, and then you can kind of get the answer. This is one way, but that is lengthy. I mean, there's no guarantee that when you try to solve this, A and B will be proper numbers also. They could be irrational numbers. It could be anything. So the better smart way in all these kind of questions, whenever they give you A plus B and AB and they're asking you powers of A's and B's, the best way is to use the expansion of the formula where these powers come. So which formula do you know where this powers come? So A cube plus B cube can be written as A plus B into A square. In fact, you can write it slightly even, you can use something even more faster or a better way. Yeah. So I will use this. So I will write this as a plus b the whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. Because a plus b the whole cube, what is the formula for a plus b the whole cube? It is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. So I have only this one, which means from the a plus b whole cube formula, I have to subtract what I don't want. Now if you notice, when you write it in this manner, all the values a plus b and ab are already known. So what you have here is 8 cube minus 3 into 12 into 8. So if you take out 8 common, this is 64 minus 36. This gives you 8 into 28. 30, 40, 50, 58, 64. Correct. So 8 into 28. So this is 160 plus 64. So 224. That's your answer, option C. So the learning in this question is whenever you have a question talking about cubes or squares or power 4s or power 5s, the idea is not for you to find a and b value. You are not supposed to find a and b value unless it's, you can very obviously see it's a and b are very easy to find. But normally a and b, they'll give you the values in such a way that they will not be a nice number. So in such a case, you'll be required to find this cube or power 4 by using the formulae that you know in algebra, like a plus b the whole square formula, or a plus b the whole cube, or a cube plus b cube can be written as a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. So all these formula, you make use of it. Okay, so that's the answer. Vijay Arora, yes, hit and trial se to ho sakta hai, but again, please keep in mind, hit and trial means there are 5 options. Aapko 4 बार, let's say you have bad luck, answer option is E. तो फिर आपको 4 बार तो try करना ही पड़ेगा. So 4 times trying is not an easy thing. Okay, let's move ahead for the next one. Here's a question. I hope you guys remember the factor theorem and the remainder theorem. So this is a question based on factor theorem and remainder theorem. Your time starts now. 60 seconds. Can you also put the timer? Thanks. Modi Sarkar, do you want to give Karnataka CET? See, it's a question of what colleges in Karnataka CET are you targeting. If the target colleges, or if so you need to look at, are they according to your liking or not. If you like certain colleges, or if you feel that you can go to these colleges based on your current preparation level, you should write it. Otherwise, please don't. It's as simple as that. Okay, so Ram, Vijay Arora, Modi Sarkar, there's a Modi Sarkar 2 and a Modi Sarkar 2024. That's nice. Dharmi Thakkar, Ketaki, all of you have given the correct answers. So let's take a look at this. Now, before we go into this, let's take the idea behind the question. As I said, it's called as remainder theorem. Remainder theorem. Remainder theorem says when you have an f of x and you're dividing this f of x by x minus a. If you're dividing it by x minus a, then the remainder is given by f of a. So the remainder is given by f of a. This is called as a remainder theorem. It's a very fundamental theorem when it comes to algebra. So if you have a polynomial f of x and you're dividing it by x minus a, remember this divisor should be in the form of x minus a only. Then the remainder will be written as f of a. So what we have is x cube plus 5x square minus 2x minus 8 getting divided by x plus 2. Remember x minus a chahiye format, but yahan pe x plus 2 hai. That's not a big deal. You can write this, you can write this as x minus 2. So basically your a is minus 2. That's all. So your answer, the remainder is supposed to be f of minus 2. So इसमें x equal to minus 2 लगा दो आप. So this is minus 8 plus 2 to the 4, 5 4 is 20 minus that is plus 2 to the 4 and minus 8. So this is 24 minus 16. So 24 minus 16 is plus 8. And that's your answer, option C. So this is a nice simple question to help you revise the meaning of remainder theorem. What is a factor theorem? Factor theorem says if you are taking f of x and you're dividing it by x minus a, if your f of a equal to 0, which means there is no remainder. If your f of a is equal to 0, which means there is no remainder, then x minus a is a factor of your f of x. That basically, you know, right? When you're dividing something, agar remainder nahi bachega ya remainder nahi aayega, the remainder is 0, you will call the divisor as a factor. That's basically what the factor theorem says. Okay? Vijay, I think most of the colleges that you are getting into will not consider graduation marks, at least till the interview phase. So don't worry about it. Apply everywhere that you can. Okay, next question. So this is the remainder theorem again, by the way. So this is done. So the next question is over here. This is not the remainder. Please notice this is the quotient. This is a quotient. So please try it out. I'm sure you guys know synthetic or long division method. Try it out. Modi Sarkar, few internet etiquettes. You are not supposed to type it in capitals because it means you are shouting at somebody. Please understand that. Okay? So whenever you are typing something in capitals, all capitals, it means, or it is construed as, or it is read as if you are shouting at somebody. I'm sure you're not shouting at me, so please understand that. Okay? Is it worth giving CET? हाँ यार, दे दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? It's a practice for you. If you don't have to travel too much. That's okay, Modi, and I know that you didn't know about it, so I am telling this. Okay, this is a learning phase for all of us. It's okay. Okay, 1 minute is up. So let's see. I think many of you are getting the answer as C and looks like to be the correct answer. So let's see what is the correct answer. इसमें we are going to learn what is the purpose of the question. हर question का एक छोटा सा purpose है. इसमें I want to revise the long division method. If you know, very good. If you did not know or if you forgot, learn it right now. Long division method में क्या होता है? You will start with 3x cube. You will write what is given, minus 10x square, minus 6x plus 13. यहाँ पे आपका divisor और quotient निकलेगा. X minus 1 is your divisor. Now, in the long division method, the rule is very simple. Match the first alphabet or first variable to the 3x square, 3x cube here. So, if I take 3x square, when I multiply, I get 3x cube. I don't care about the second term. मुझे बस first term के बारे में ही सोचना है, always. So x into what gives me 3x cube? X into 3x square will give you 3x cube. The sign should also be exactly the same. So यहाँ पे positive है, तो यहाँ पे भी positive है. So 3x square when I multiply it becomes 3x cube minus 3x square. I don't care about the second term. Now subtract them. This gets cancelled. So 10x square minus plus 3x square makes it minus 7x square. Bring the next term down. Again, you want minus 7x square and x is here. So what should you multiply x so that you get minus 7x square? You will multiply it with minus 7x. So then you will get minus 7x square plus 7x, and when you subtract them, this will become plus, this will become minus, ye cut gaya. Next, you will be getting minus 13x plus 13. Once again, think of only the first term. What should I multiply x with to get minus 13x? So I will multiply it with minus 13. So x into minus 13 makes it minus 13x plus 13. When you subtract them, this becomes plus, this becomes minus. Ye cut jayega, the remainder is 0. So what is the quotient? 3x square minus 7x minus 13, which is option number C. Okay, simple. Right, so this basically is a very simple question. The purpose here is to remind you, revise, make sure that you kind of have a simple practice of long division. That's all, nothing else. Let's take the next question. This is quite interesting. Try this out. So I'll give you once again 90 seconds this time. Your time starts now. She, hood. I'm not good in quant. Can you please suggest how can I prepare? If you're not good in quant, I would first suggest start with only one topic. एक ही topic पकड़ना है आपको, and that is arithmetic. Arithmetic is basically percentages, profit and loss, SICI, ratios, averages, your time and work, time and distance, mixtures and allegations. बस इतने ही पकड़ो, इसको ही पकड़ो, and keep solving these questions only. You do not, if you are weak in maths, you will not think of anything else. This is the only thing for the next 1.5 months. Till July mid, you will not do anything else. Agar time bachega after July, we will think about it. Okay? Become perfect in arithmetic. That's what you need to do. Last 10 seconds. Okay, Ram, Gurjar, Dharmi, Thakkar, Modi Sarkar, Yash, and Vijay Arora. Very good, that is the correct answer. Now, once again, as I said, in such kind of questions, the purpose is not for you to find x. X निकालना काफी मुश्किल होता है ऐसे questions में. So, what do you do about these kind of questions? So, the idea is x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0, divide throughout by x. So you'll get x minus 3 plus 1 by x equal to 0. So in such kind of a question, what you have here, try to find x plus 1 by x. So x plus 1 by x is 3. This is your first step. Kuch bhi karke find x plus 1 by x. Now once you get this, how do you get x power 6 plus 1 by x power 6? Now if you notice, you can clearly find out what is x cube plus 1 by x cube. So cube it on both sides. When you cube it on both sides, you will be getting x cube plus 1 by x cube plus 3 times of, so remember what is a cube plus b cube, or rather a plus b the whole cube. This is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Now 3ab, so x into 1 by x will cancel out, so that is 3 into 1. And a plus b is x plus 1 by x, which is 3. Should be equal to 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. So you will get x cube plus 1 by x cube is 27 minus 9, which is 18. But again, we need x power 6. So how do I get that? Square this on both sides. When you square it on both sides, you will get x power 6 plus 1 by x power 6 plus 2, because 2ab may again x cube and 1 by x cube will get cancelled. Should be equal to 18 square. 18 square is 324. So you will get x power 6 plus 1 by x power 6 is 322. 324 minus 2, which is your option C. So I already gave you the hint for this question some time back. The idea is not to find your x or y for that matter. In this, you can't find x, or even if you find x, it's going to be ridiculously lengthy. So the idea is take x plus 1 by x, then manipulate from there. This is a very old standard method of solving. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the next question. This is a simple question. You should be able to get it in 45 seconds. Your time starts now. 45 seconds. Alright, so that's your time up. The correct answer happens to be option A. Let's take a look at why is it option A, what is the reason, how do we end up getting it as option A. So you're basically saying that the total length, let it be cut into three parts is what they are saying. Let's say the largest piece is L, medium is M, shortest is S. So L plus M plus S should be 117. Great. They are saying that the shortest S is half of the largest part. So S is L by 2. And the length of the medium, so medium is 2/3 of the largest part. So 2 by 3 times of the largest. So write everything in terms of L. L will remain as it is. M will become 2L by 3 plus shortest will become L by 2. This should be equal to 117. यहाँ से single equation, single variable L निकल जाएगा. So take the LCM, it is 6. So 6L plus 4L plus 3L is equal to 117. So 13L by 6 is 117. 13 goes 9 times. So L is equal to 54. They're asking us find the length of the largest part, which is L itself. Hence the answer is option A. Very simple question, as I said. ज़्यादा दिमाग लगाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. But yeah, the whole idea is convert everything into a single variable in such kind of questions. Okay, let's move ahead. Good question, simple, very simple. Again, 45 seconds से ज़्यादा नहीं चाहिए to solve this. Let's take a look at it. 45 seconds. Your time starts now. Alright, so that's the correct answer, option B. In this question, the first thing you need to understand, there is a reason why I picked this question. And there's a particular way in which this was created also. If you look at it, solve करने में ज़्यादा problem नहीं है. You can always take x, y, x plus y is 11. You can solve it like this. There's nothing wrong with it. हाँ, आपका फिर भी ऐसे करेंगे तो आप 40-45 seconds में answer आ जाएगा. But notice something. Firstly, they are saying find the largest digit of the given digits, which means you're talking about a single digit. Automatically C, D, E are ruled out because they are two-digit numbers. You are looking at a single digit. तो अभी क्या बचा आपके पास? A or B? You have to select one of the two options. Use the options and calculate. So if you check for option A, if you say one number is 6, then 6 plus what gives you 11? The other number has to be 5. So the number is 56. If इसको आप reverse करोगे तो 65. The difference is not 45. The difference is not 45. गया. Straight away answer is B. So if you do it this way, by observing a little bit, 10 seconds में आपका answer आ जाएगा. You will be saving 30 seconds there. So imagine 4 questions you save like this, that is 2 minutes. 2 minutes is equal to 2 more questions for you. That is how you get your time. Saving that 20 seconds, 25 seconds, observing, presence of mind. Okay, it's not vague options wiki. The options are given such that people eliminate like this. Please keep in mind, examiner बेवकूफ नहीं है. They give you questions to, what do you call? It's a benefit for people who can think and not unnecessarily solve. So think of it as the examiner giving you some kind of a bonus because you are in the habit of looking and not unnecessarily solving. Right? Let's go ahead. Take a look at the next question. So this time, थोड़ा सा लंबा है, but again it's easy. 60 seconds for you to solve. Samarth, cat is easy. Again, if you're comparing cat to MAHCET, it is not easy at all. It is difficult compared to MAHCET. In fact, if you ask me, in all the MBA entrance exams, the two most difficult ones happen to be CAT and XAT. Okay, so yeah, with respect to MAHCET, it is not easy at all. Okay guys, so 1 minute is up. You guys haven't solved it. See, unfortunately, यहाँ पे option से जाना थोड़ा मुश्किल है, right? So the best way here is actually to solve. So let's take a look at, how do we end up solving in such kind of a question? So let's say the Naresh number of marbles are n, Suresh number of marbles are s. So if Naresh gives 10 to Suresh, then Naresh becomes n minus 10, Suresh becomes s plus 10. In such a scenario, he is saying that Naresh will be left with half the marbles that Suresh will have. So Naresh will be n minus 10 will be equal to half of Suresh plus 10. This is the first equation. Or that is, if not this scenario, the next scenario is Suresh gives 20 marbles to Naresh. In such a case, Naresh will get 20 extra. Okay. He will be left with half the marbles that Suresh will have. So half of this will be equal to Suresh minus 20, because 20 दे दिया तो s minus 20 है. So you have two equations and two unknowns, quite easy to solve. इस 2 को यहाँ पे लेके आओ and then subtract these two. So basically your first equation is n minus 10 is equal to s by 2 plus 5, and n plus 20 should be equal to 2s minus 40. 2s minus 40. Okay, I hope that's correct. Yes. Now subtract them one from the other. Minus, minus, minus and plus. So ये कट जाएगा. So you'll have minus 30 is equal to s by 2 minus 2s, that is minus 3s by 2 minus 3s by 2 plus 45. So basically take the LCM. So 45. So 3s by 2 should be equal to 45 plus 30, 75, or 3 will become 25 times, so s should be equal to 50. So if s is 50, then your n will be equal to, use the first equation. So 50 plus 10 is 60, 60 by 2 is 30, 30 plus 10 is 40. So what are they asking? Find the number of marbles they both have together. So 50 plus 40 is 90. You'll get your answer here. Okay, so that's your answer. Clear? Right, so let's move ahead to the next question. I think the next few questions are going to be on quadratic equations, so I hope your concepts are okay. One more question on simple equations. I think after this we are going to get into quadratic equations. So this is a simple one. 30 seconds to 45 seconds is your time limit. Actually, let me make it 45. Your time starts now. Okay, so that's your 45 seconds. Let us see what the correct answer is. The sum of the, so let's say the father's age is f, son's age is s, the total is 56. The age of the father when his son was born, which means you're going back into the past, was 2/3 of his present age. So when the son was born, your father was 2/3 of his present age. So the father's f dash, previous age, is 2/3 times of f. 2 by 3 times of f. Now, please remember, past में father का age was 2 by 3 times of f. Presently, the father's age is f. So, from the past to now, how many years have you traveled, or how many years have passed? Basically, you have son at this point, your son was 0. Your son was 0 because he was just born, 0 age. Now, यहाँ से आपका age हो गया f, which means you are passing f by 3 years. You are passing f by 3 years because 2f by 3 is becoming f. So, कितना जुड़ चुका है? How much has been added? F by 3 has been added. The son will also grow by the same years. See guys, once I am growing by 2 years, my son will also grow by 2 years only. That quantity will not change because the years are same. So the son, basically today, the son's age will become whatever this is the increment, which is f by 3. So f plus f by 3 is equal to 56. That is the idea. So this gives you 4f by 3 is 56. So 4 ones are 4 fours are. So f should be 30, 4 2s are 12, 42, which is your option D. So the logic you need to understand is when I go back into the past, my age is 2/3. The past age is 2/3 of my current age, which means I went back 1/3 of my years in the past. So the son will come in from the time that the son was born, 1/3 of my age. So f by 3 years have passed. So my son's age today should be f by 3. So f plus f by 3 is 56, and therefore your f will be equal to 42. You can also go with the options. You can start with the option saying that okay, अगर father's age 50 है, तो son's age will be 6. So when the son was born, which means 6 years back, the father's age f dash will be 44. So this 44 should be 2/3 of 50. Clearly this is not correct. Then you will go to the next option, then next option. So you'll basically get your third, 3 times करने के बाद fourth time पे आपका correct answer निकलेगा. But that will also take a little bit of time, unfortunately, because there also you have to solve it 2-3 times. In fact, 3 times आपका नहीं आएगा, fourth time भी solve करना पड़ेगा because there are 5 options. So even if you're going with the options in this kind of a question, you will get the answer, but it will, in my opinion, it will take the same amount of time. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, so another simple equation question. I believe I think the next ones are quadratic equations. But yeah, let's try this. This is again a simple question. 45 seconds, not more than that. That's also correct, Vicky. In fact, if you are taking from 2x to 3x, that will be great. If you understood so I always take it as a multiple of 3 or 4 depending upon the denominator. That's my habit, but many of the students don't like it like that, so they get confused when I write it like that. Hence, I don't do it in the solving part. But जब भी मैं solve करता हूँ, I take it as a multiple of the denominator. So it becomes easy to solve. That's a smart way. Good. You are in 10th, Samarth. Samarth, you first have to focus on your exams for 11th and 12th. Also, there are other entrance exams you'll be writing for 12th. MAHCET, ये वाला जो है, this is not MAHCET of your 12th standard and 11th standard. This is MBA. This is your post-graduation. So, you should start attending the classes which are relevant for you, Samarth. This is not relevant for you actually. At least not right now. Okay, so let's take a look at it. What is happening here? There are 26 coins in a bag. So let's say 2 rupees coins are X, 5 rupee coins are Y. So X plus Y total is 26. And the money, the value is 70. So the value is 2X plus 5Y is 70. 2 equations, 2 unknowns. Multiply this by 2 and subtract them. So when you subtract them, minus, 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 this gets cancelled. 5y minus 2y is 3y. Is 70 minus 52. 70 minus 52 is 20. Sorry, not 20. 18. 52, 62, 70. Yes. So y should be equal to 6. And they're asking you number of 5 rupee coins. That definitely is 6. Okay, because they're asking you y. Y is your 5 rupee coins. It's a very, very simple question. I mean, these kind of questions will come. You should not leave them. Okay? Alright, so this is a special equation question. Very interesting question. Try it out. This time I'll give you 90 seconds. Let's see how many of you can get the answer here. So Samarth, we also do classes for MAHCET or 12th standard, the entrance exam for bachelor's programs. वो अलग सा है. So please attend those classes. This is for MBA, which is after your graduation, post graduation के लिए. No, don't worry, Samarth. You are not at all wasting my time. I interact with students of your age in other sessions also, so don't worry about it. We have CET mocks also, Vijay. Please talk to our counselors, they'll help you out. Alright guys, so 90 seconds are up. Let's take a look at what is happening here. 5 apples plus 4 mangoes plus 3 orange. Usually orange ko main O nahi likhunga. I use orange as R because I get confused with 0 and O's. So my orange is always R. Okay, so this is 275. 2 apples plus 5 mangoes plus 8 oranges is 280. What they are asking you is 7 apples plus 7 mangoes plus 7 oranges ka cost kitna hai. Now the whole idea here is there are 3 variables and only 2 equations, and they are asking you to find a plus m plus r because 7 can be taken out common. Right? So how do you find 3 variables total from only 2 equations? The idea here is not to solve for your apple cost, mango cost and orange cost. Ye nahi niklega. But the logic is manipulate the 2 equations such that you will get what you want. So here you have to observe a little. So one way of observing, if you try to look at this is, let's say you multiply this by 3 and then add. See what happens. So 5 3 is 15 plus 2 is 17a. 4 3 is 12 plus 5 is 17m. 9 plus 8 is 17r. Should be equal to 275 into 3, so that's 600, 750, 825 plus 280. So this will be 5, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1105. So 17 times everything is 1105. So you can get a plus m plus r equal to 1105 by 17. But you want 7 times of it, not 17. So into 7 karo, to into 7 yahan pe banega, and that's your answer. Now the purpose of the question is to understand how do you get this 3. Now there are 2 ways. I'm going to spend a little bit of time trying to explain this. There's only one way of looking at it. There are 2 ways of doing it. One is by hit and trial, but there is a better way of looking at it, and uska bhi theory mein bataunga. And of course there is something which is very nicely going by the options. But again there's a problem, Vicky. The assumption is a plus m plus r is a multiple of 7. How is it guaranteed that it should be a multiple of 7? Or rather, a plus m plus r, why should it be a perfect number? Why can't I say cost of a mango is 12.5? इसमें क्या गलती है? Nothing wrong. So, आपने गलत logic लगा के सही answer लेके आए. So, it's good you got the right answer. But remember, I can always create a question where it is not necessary. It is not necessary that the sum of the numbers should be a whole number. I can have 0.5s, I can have 0.25s also. Please keep that in mind. Okay? Is that clear, Vicky? Right. So now let us try to understand how do I get the idea that I should be multiplying by 3. मैंने तो एक बोला कि hit and trial है. Hit and trial मतलब तुक्का लगा तो लगा, नहीं तो नहीं. Otherwise, this is a process which you should understand, and this will take a little bit of time. So please focus on this. What I have is I will take 5 apples plus 4 mangoes plus 3 oranges is equal to 275, and 2 apples plus 5 mangoes plus 8 oranges is 280. Now I don't know what to multiply it with, so let me say I am multiplying it with a random number called x. जो x मुझे निकालना है. I don't know what it is. I need x. So when I multiply it and add them, what do I get? I get 5x plus 2 times a plus 4x plus 5 times m plus 3x plus 8 times r. Forget about the right hand side. Right hand side बगल में रखो. Now this equation should be same as or should be equal to what you want. What do you want? A plus m plus r. So if it is possible to get an x, now one thing you need to understand is it is not always possible to get what I want from what is given. हमेशा possible नहीं है ये. But if it is possible, let us call it x. That's the idea. Now इस x को लेके ये multiply करके you are saying that I am getting this answer, which means both equations are the same. Now this is a theory which says how to compare two equations or two expressions. When you are comparing two expressions, so look at it like this. If I have a1x plus b1y plus c1z, if it is same as a2x plus b2y plus c2z, if these two are same, then it means a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2 should be equal to c1 by c2. This is the theory. Right? When there are two equations of 3 variables and they are both identical, it means the ratio of the coefficients should be equal. So I am saying this is my one expression, this is the other expression, both expressions are identical. इसका मतलब है the ratio of the coefficients should be same. So यहाँ पे coefficients are 1, 1, 1. Here the coefficient is 5x plus 2, so by 1 should be equal to 4x plus 5 by 1 should be equal to 3x plus 8 by 1. So equate any two. What happens here? So you will get x equal to 3. Equate the other two also. Please make sure that both will give you the same answer. I'll tell you why both should give you the same answer. You'll again get x equal to 3. Now, I told you at the beginning itself, it is not always possible to get what you want from what is given. No, कभी-कभी ऐसा होता है कि यहाँ पे 3 आ गया, यहाँ पे 4 आ गया. It means you cannot get what you want from what is given. So there the answer will be cannot be determined. But if you get same answer using these two and these two, 3 and 3, I got the same answer. It means I can get what I want from what is given. And the logic is multiplied by 3. And that is how you get your 3. Is that clear? I hope this logic is clear. Now, this specially happens in such kind of special equations. Okay? Vijay Arora, I hope that is clear. Vicky is asking, we didn't have to multiply the second one with another number. Doesn't matter, Vicky. Whether you multiply the second one with another number or not, you will keep the same thing as x. You will still get the same answer. You will not. Please don't take x and y. Please don't take x and y. Take only one multiplication that is good enough for you. अगर दोनों भी multiply करना है फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा आपको. Your x will get adjusted accordingly. So let us say this is to be multiplied by 2. This has to be multiplied by 3. But when you take only x, you will be getting this as 2 by 3 or 3 by 2, something like that. Your x will adjust it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you can multiply any equation by x, Vijay. But एक ही equation को multiply करो, दो मत करो, obviously, right? Okay, so that's the idea. So let's go on. So that's the learning in this question. That is the reason why I gave this idea or this question. I know quite a few of you might not be aware of this method. But again, when do you do this? पहले hit and try करो. Hit and try करने के बाद एक 30 seconds में आपका आंसर नहीं बन रहा है, then very quickly compare the coefficients. It looks lengthy, but it is not at all lengthy. अगर आप ढंग से, if you know the theory clearly, you can finish it off in 45 seconds in this approach itself. Okay? Let's move on. Now we are moving on to quadratic equations. Somebody was asking, so we have about 3-4 questions on quadratic equations. This is the first question, 60 seconds, your time starts now. Okay, so that's 60 seconds. So any equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, the theory is if the roots are alpha and beta, then the sum of the roots is given by minus b by a and the product of the roots is given by c by a. इतना तो याद है सबको, अगर याद भूल गए हो तो याद करो फिर से. So now they are saying that the roots are, this is your alpha and this is your beta. So alpha plus beta, which is minus b by a, is given to you as 6 because when you add them, this and this will get cancelled. Okay, this and this will get cancelled. And then when you multiply alpha beta, which is c by a, by the way, a is 1 here because this is 1. So this is minus b is 6, which means b should be equal to minus 6. Similarly, this is c, but product. Now this is in the form x plus y and x minus y. So x square minus y square. So it is 9 minus 4 into 3, which is 9 minus 12, which is minus 3. So c is minus 3. So they are asking you b into c, so minus 6 into minus 3, which is 18, option E. Simple? Okay, let's move on. 13, 14, 15, 3 questions, all on quadratic equations. This is a good one. Try it out, 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Okay, 60 seconds are up. None of you have got the answer. This question is easy, but you have to use logic. So let us say the roots are alpha and beta. Okay, so we can find the roots here. X minus 5 into x minus 2. If you try to factorize it, which means the roots are 5 and 2. So the roots of this alpha should be 8 and beta should be 5. Alpha should be 8 and beta should be 5 because the roots of the quadratic equation are, thrice, not 3, increase of 3, it's thrice. So 5 3s are 15 and 3 2s are 6, 15 and 6. So if that is the case, then alpha plus beta, what is alpha plus, so what is the equation then? Your equation should be x square minus of alpha plus beta times x plus alpha beta equal to 0. This is your equation. Always when the sum of the roots is known, when the product of the roots is known, then the equation can be written as x square minus of alpha plus beta times x plus alpha beta equal to 0. So this gives you x square minus 21x plus 90 equal to 0. So if you compare this with your ax square plus bx plus c, your a is 1, b is minus 21, c is 90. So they're asking you the sum of all of them. The sum of all of them is 70. 90 plus 1 is 91, minus 21 is 70. Ram, please check. I don't know how you got 76. 76 वैसे भी ऑप्शन में नहीं है तो आपने 67 डाल दिया. Okay, so look at Ram, my very smart friend. He got 76. 76 आंसर में दिख नहीं रहा तो उसको उल्टा करके 67 डाल दिया. Good thinking, Ram, but unfortunately that is not correct. Let's go ahead. Last two questions, 14 and 15. Here's your question number 14. Again, very simple, very easy question. Please try it out in 45 seconds. Your time starts now. It's okay, guys. You don't have to laugh that much. गलतियां होती है, but that's the entertainment part. I too make mistakes. Alright, so 45 seconds are up. I'm getting mixed answers. The correct answer is option E. Let's take a look at why is it E. So one of the conditions is if I have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, then for this quadratic equation to have equal roots, my discriminant should be equal to 0. That is b squared should be equal to 4ac. So here my b, this is my b, this is my a, and this is my c. So b square is n square should be equal to 4, a is 1, c is n plus 8. So this gives you n square minus 4n minus 32 equal to 0. So this gives you n minus 8 into n plus 4 equal to 0. So n can be 8 or n equal to minus 4. Two options. They're asking you the positive value of n. Therefore the positive value is 8. Otherwise minus 4 is also possible. Please keep in mind. That's okay, Ram. I was just joking, making it a bit more lively session. I hope that's fine. Gurjar Saab. Let's go ahead. Last question. Last question. $60 seconds. Your time started. Okay, so that's 1 minute up. There are two ways of doing it as usual. One is through options, one is through the method. If you look at the options, you can start with option A. This is a new price. How is a new price got? The old price should be decreased by 75 to get 200, which means old price should be 275. So what they're saying is 200, when you decreased it, the number of items you're getting is n plus 3. This should be equal to 2200, and before decreasing 275, it should have been n. This is also equal to 2200. So you should calculate what is the value of n if you go by the option number A. Agar n is a fraction, which means you cannot have, see, number of shirts cannot be a fraction, then you will move to the second option. Wo bhi fraction aaya, then you will move to the third option. So that is checking by the option. So you can divide them. So this gets cancelled. So you get 200 goes, 25 goes 8 times, 25 goes 11 times, so 8n. So you have 8 8n plus 24 is equal to 11n. So you get 24 equal to 3n or n equal to 3 8s are 24. So n is not a fraction. So you're getting the answer here itself, luckily. अगर आपको options से नहीं जाना है, if you want to learn how to solve it, then you have to create your equations. What are the equations? You will look at, okay, let the original number of shirts be n and the cost be c. So nc should be equal to 2200. अब क्या हो रहा है? The cost is decreasing by 75, so c minus 75, and my n is increasing by n plus 3, but the total value is still 2200. And now you have two equations and two unknowns. Try to find the value, so you can equate them or you can divide them, whichever way you look at it. In fact, what you can do, you put, if you can divide these two, you'll get nc should be equal to, when you divide them, this will get cancelled. So nc plus 3c minus 75n minus 225. So nc gets cancelled, so you'll get 225 is equal to 3 times common c minus 25n. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 goes, 3 7s are 21, 3 5s are. So 75 equal to c minus 25n. Now nc is 2200. Substitute this back. Quadratic banega. Thoda lamba khichega, you will get your answer. But that is not the ideal way. In this way of solving, the better way to look at it here is through options. Even if your option is at the very end, you will still be able to get your answers very quickly. Because let's say ye pehle aapka 250 aaya. Let us say 250 is first. Then what you're saying is 250 is a new cost into some n plus 3 should be equal to 2200. So first of all, check whether this is divisible or not. 220 cannot be divided by 25, which means your n plus 3 will be a fraction. There itself you will say 250 is ruled out. So because of divisibility you are checking, most of the options will be very quickly deleted or eliminated. So you will be left with only 1 or 2 options. So that is still going to be faster. Luckily here option A itself is your answer, or aapka answer nikal gaya. Even if it is the last option, that's what I'm trying to explain. But if you use your logic correctly, presence of mind correctly, you will be able to eliminate your option. Yes, Vicky, that's exactly my point. So keep using options. Quite a few exams, the question maker, deliberately makes these questions. They kind of penalize people who go in this approach because this approach will be longer, and they will reward people who go through the options approach. Okay, thank you friends. We have come to the end of this particular lecture. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned a little bit about algebra. This is a CAT 2022 comprehensive program that we have already started. You can call this number to understand, you can call this particular number over here. You can figure out what is happening, what are the classes and all. If you are interested, some of you are asking when is my next lecture. Please subscribe to our channel and click on the notification button. The next session will be put up there. You will be getting a notification about it. Thank you friends. All the very best for your preparation.
Want to be a topper in MBA entrance